Hi, friends. Good morning. I'm a little disturbed right now, and I'm making this video as I'm extremely emotional about something right now. So please forgive me if um, I'm strong, too strong for some of you. Let me just tell you what happened. I dropped my kids off in school, and my kids are about 10-minute drive from Kever Shmuel and Avi. So sometimes after I drop them off in school, I come here daven, and then I start my day. So I gave my son my mask today because he lost his, and I drove here, I parked the car, and all of a sudden I realized that, oh my God, I don't have my mask on me. So I was thinking like, okay, I was just here a few days ago. They have masks inside of the Kever, inside of the tomb where the Navi is, in here. That's the building where Shmuel Navi is buried, and I know that that they have masks in there. So I walk up to the two nice Jewish guards in the front over there. They're all the way out there where that electrical tower is. They're sitting there, and you have to take your temperature, sign in, put your phone number, your Teudat Zehut, and then they let you go in. So it's an open area. It's an open space. You see, from there to here is all open. Anyway, so I walk up to the guy. I'm like, listen, I forgot my mask. I had to give it to my son. I know that they have masks on the inside. Would you mind just giving me a mask from the inside, or let me go inside and I'll get one, or I'll get someone to get me one from the outside the door? And he gave me this like really bad attitude, like, no, like that. And I was like, why? It's like no one's here. There are two guards guarding nothing. I mean, they're guarding the caver, but there's nothing to guard because there's no one here. And like, just it's a 2-minute walk. Just run there for a minute and just get me a mask. And he was like, "You think I'm gonna go for you? You should have brought a mask. I'm not going anywhere for you." I said, "Excuse me? Are you Jewish?" And he said, "Maybe I'm not." I said, "So why are you guarding this caver? Why are you guarding Shmuel Navi's caver if you're not Jewish?" And he's Israeli, of course he's Jewish. And he was like, whatever, leave me alone, I don't care. And he was being so mean. He was being really terrible. And I got so emotional because this is the reason why we are in galut. This is the reason why people are suffering. This is the reason because we can't go outside of our comfort zone for a second for somebody else. No, excuse me, I don't owe you anything. I don't have to. I know you don't owe me anything, but you do because you're my brother. Of course you do. Just do this mitzvah, do this chesed, help another person be happy, help another person do what they came here to do. And instead of just sitting here and playing it all like, I'm the guard and I don't have to do anything for you. Anyway, so I was so heated up. I was so heated up by the fact that not so much his attitude or the way he was talking, by the fact that he wouldn't do it. I told him I came all the way here. I live on the other side of town. I came all the way here. I'm already up the hill. I already parked. I'm already standing here. Just go 1 minute and get me a mask. No. And I was just like standing there like, oh my God, this is not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that this is what I'm seeing. It's not a coincidence. I obviously have to see this because I have to work a hell of a lot on my Avos Yisrael, on going outside of my comfort zone, on doing things that I don't have to do, and I don't owe anyone anything, and it's not my position, it's not my job. I have to do it anyway. We all have to do it anyway. This is why we're in Galus. This is why there are rioting. This is why there's pain and death and coronavirus. This is why. This is why it's happening for Klal Yisrael. When a tsunami happens on the other side of the world, it's happening for Klal Yisrael. When a hurricane happens on the other side of the world that kills masses and storms and things, it's happening for Klal Yisrael. It's not by accident that all of this is happening in the world. So Klal Yisrael can sit back and say, well, it's not happening to us, or, it's their problem, it's not our problem, or we just have to defend ourselves. No, we are actually manifesting all the pain and suffering in the world from our actions from each other. This is what's going on the inside of us. That's why we're seeing it on the outside of us. Anyway, I said, you know what? I want to do an experiment, and this is the clincher of this whole story. There's a little cute Arab boy. He was like 16 years old. This is an Arab neighborhood where Shmuel Navi is buried. It's an Arab town, like village, like a little hilltop. And I said to the guards, you know what? I want to see if him, Yishmael, is going to help me out. I want to see. And they're like, yeah, good luck. I walked up to him. I said, hi, Neshama, how are you? Can I know, I do, is there any way you can get me a mask? I know you live here. So he didn't even speak the language, but he knew what I was talking about. And on his little wagon over that he was fixing and things, he had his mask. And he looked at me in the eye and he gave it to me. He gave me his mask. And I said, thank you so much. That's so nice of you. And I walked away. And I said to the guards, you see this? You see this? You see? This is why we're in trouble. This is why we're in trouble. This is why Ishmael is on top of Har HaBayis and we're not. Because of these things. And it's true. And this is what's going on in us. It's time to get out of our comfort zones, my friends. Daikva, enough. Enough. We are losing the war. We are losing the war. We are losing the situation because of how I don't have to. It's not my job. If somebody else will support, somebody else will, you give, you support, you stand up for the little guy. You do things out of your comfort zone. You go out of your way for somebody else. That's why we're in golf, because they do. They give. They do it. They do it for each other. He didn't even blink. He gave me his mask. He didn't even look twice. He didn't even think twice. He gave me his mask. We have to wake up. It's time to wake up, and I'm sorry for yelling at you. I'm not yelling at anyone. I'm just being really, really emotional about the situation. This was a small, tiny, little example of what's going on a grand scale. This is what's going on a grand scale. Yalla, everybody, get in gear. Start doing for the other person. Look for what you can help the other person. Make that extra phone call. Go out of your way. Step people up. Do things for other people, even if you don't have to, because your list of to-dos are from here to wazoo. Think of things. Go out of your way. We have to. It's our only way out of this. It's our only way out of this. Mashiach, Bezrat Hashem, soon, now. Amen. Amen. Yara, Avas Yisrael, Avas Chinam. Love everyone. Love everyone. Love. Obviously, it's not gonna only be it's not gonna be for everyone, as in, everyone, the people that are hitting you or stabbing you or killing you or coming after you. You don't have to love them. But just know that they're manifested because of what's going on inside of us. The stabbing and the killing and the hating, it's what's going on inside of Klal Yisrael. That's what we're seeing it by the Goyim.